What is up guys, Alex here, otherwise known as Clash with Style, bringing you Weekend Wars number 10. So today we have a very exciting war. We have Dream Team versus Suzie's Knights. Now I know Suzie's Knights has a streamer in their clan, pretty sure it might be Suzie herself. And so yeah, I know some of these attacks might have already been shown, or defenses I suppose on their part, but nonetheless I am going to do a recap of my own from the Dream Team side. You can see they just managed to pick up that victory, 112 stars to 111, so a 1-star victory. You can see Suzie's Knights actually would have picked up the victory on percentage if it had gone to that, but congratulations to Dream Team nonetheless. And let's just jump into these videos. So first of all, attacks. So we're going to start with the base number 39 Onyx, and our number 33 Mountain Climber went in on this base. Now you can see this attack strategy is quite new to me. I've not actually seen this sort of variation of it before, where people are bringing quite a heavy sort of kill squad, bringing lots of P.E.K.K.A.s, and then the sort of hogs to finish up the rest of this base. So let's see how Mountain Climber opts to do it here. So starting in on this left hand side, dropping a P.E.K.K.A. followed by a few wizards. So it seems to be one P.E.K.K.A. then 2 or 3 wizards on each, and these P.E.K.K.A.s are just to clean up what looks to be all of the outside buildings. He will then get his wall wrecker in. Now this is to push these P.E.K.K.A.s right into that center. Now these P.E.K.K.A.s will take out the king and hopefully the queen. The clan castle could be an issue, but that early poison to slow down that queen, and the clan castle should be pulled relatively soon. And there it is. So what do we have? Ice Golem, Valkyrie, Baby Dragon, and a couple of archers it looks like. So they might cause our P.E.K.K.A.s some issues, but the king and queen, who have actually gone off to this bottom side a little bit, should hopefully get in there and be able to clean them out. And as our wall wrecker pops, out comes some Valkyries, which are going to rip through that center. And if we pause here, the hogs have just gone in. But look at the amount of the base. Almost half of the base has gone down to that mini kill squad. So, not much of a mini kill squad, to that sort of P.E.K.K.A. wizard kill squad. So a huge portion, which leaves not too much work for these hog riders, and they will push in through on that multi-inferno right now. Giant bomb not going to be too much of an issue, and the next heal spell going down there going to keep these hogs up on full health to battle against that multi-inferno. The queen is still up, although getting targeted by that multi. The last heal spell goes down right there, and not many defenses left up. That expo could be an issue, but it will fall right there to the hog riders. And at this point we just have so many hog riders up, really it's guaranteed. A few spring traps that could have been disastrous there, but it didn't cause us too many issues. You can see now these hogs are going to merge onto this mortar at the end and then just wipe through this base. So we already have a couple of wizards on this right hand side, which are going to clean up those buildings over there, taking the town hall, then the barracks, and then probably moving on to that builder's hut to finish off. This one hog splitting up off down to the bottom, going to take care of that builder's hut, so no time fails or anything on this attack. And as you can see, just a new strategy in my eyes, but a very strong strategy for sure, picking up a very strong 3-star. If we just speed up through this last one, let those archers clean up that builder hut for a 3-star. So well done to Mountain Climber on that attack. The next attack we have here is Mass Witches. So you can see 14 witches, 4 healers, 4 wizards. So you can see very, very heavy on those witches, and Bouta Bag is going to go in from this left hand side. So we're going to finish off with the town hall. So always a dangerous strategy, but you've just got to go for that 3-star. So you could end up with a 1-star here if it didn't go to plan. You can see 2 healers on each group of 7 witches, 1 on that top side, 1 on this left side. He is using that wall wrecker to gonna push hopefully into the first Inferno compartment in right there, and then hopefully into this Inferno compartment on this right hand side, which will open a huge amount of the base for these witches to push through. And out comes the CC. Unfortunately, it does take out that wall wrecker, but we just managed to open up that portion of the base right there. We have a heal spell and a rage down for whatever troops, I believe it was bowlers, have came out of our CC, and that baby dragon from the enemy CC is really causing us some issues here because the witches hadn't quite gotten in far enough to target it. But the baby dragon finally goes down, and we will continue to push on through this base. Look at the lag on this, because the amount of skeletons that are being summoned really making my game lag here. We used those last couple of free spells on the splash damage to really just stop them from shredding our troops. Now I'm not sure what's happening up the top here. Oh, so you can see a couple of these witches actually got sucked up to the top and haven't came down with the rest of them. So those healers have got stalled up there, which could have caused us some issues. But this healer down on the bottom has moved on to the queen, which is perfect for us. Gonna bring her health back up. Ability used just there. Hopefully gonna be able to take out that Expo. Not quite in range, I don't think. So we are gonna be stuck with that king on a wall, finally breaking through. But at this point it looks like there is quite a lot of witches still up. These 2 healers have done a great job at keeping, I believe it's either 3 or 4 witches up on this top right side. And looks like that Expo is going to be the last building to go down, so it will cause us some issues here. But those skellies will take care of that bomb tower. A giant bomb catching just the archer queen, so we still have 4 witches, our king and our queen, as well as those healers keeping them up, and typical witches bashing on all different walls. That king is going to tank for us, but only for so long. The queen and those witches finally managed to break through that section, gonna then break through this next section and push in towards this Expo, and the queen should get the job done here. Gonna tidy up that Expo to pick up a very strong 3-star with mass witches for bout a bag. Let's move on to the next attack. And the next attack we are going to be looking at is from Fergalicious, going in with a similar styled attack from the previous one we saw with those P.E.K.K.A.s as well as the Hog Riders. So a big kill squad using these P.E.K.K.A.s and Wizards to push right into the core and take a large portion of this base. You can see multi-target Infernos are fantastic, as we are going in with P.E.K.K.A.s. If there were single target, it would certainly be a different story. So you can see the wall wrecker coming in from this bottom, gonna push right in, hopefully to the core. Those clan castle troops, however, are gonna cause us some issues. Gonna stall on them for a little bit. The wall wrecker is gonna clear right in through, and hopefully wall wrecker is gonna get stalled right there. Rage spell goes down for the bowlers as well as a heal spell. We are pushing through here, and the Hog Riders are coming in, so they're going to push through, take out these Teslas. A giant bomb catching them very early. Unfortunately, a couple of them actually falling to those multi-inferno beams, but nonetheless they will continue to push through. A spring trap, managing to catch quite a few of them right there. Need to get this multi-inferno down on this left hand side. Only 1 heal spell left to keep us these hogs up for the remainder of this base. Cleanup troops start to get dropped down on this right hand side. Last heal spell should be used anytime now. Look at the health on those hogs. Heal spell finally goes down, and that will finish off these final defenses right here. Giant bomb does catch those Hog Riders, so hopefully, and a bomb catches them, so hopefully we don't hit any more giant bombs. That could spell disaster for this attack, but we still have our king and our queen both up. Queen's ability still in hand, so to be honest, we should easily pick up the 3-star. Looks to be like the town hall might be the final building to fall. Nope, we have something on the town hall. Looks to be a goblin doing double damage to resource buildings, so that will tidy that up nicely. A couple of goblins there actually, and the elixir storage is going to be the last one to fall with the queen's ability swagged. Didn't even need it, so well done to Fergalicious on another fantastic 3-star for Dream Team. We are now moving on to some Town Hall 11 attacks. Now I picked to show this one because I just thought it was such a strange looking strategy in my opinion. We've got 4 healers, 3 P.E.K.K.A.s, 2 E-Drags and some bowlers. So certainly a big army comp, lots of different troops in there. We also have those bat spells. But we do have multi-infernos, so we need to make sure we get them down. There is a lot of splash damage on this bottom section of the base, so I can understand why he would go in for those bat spells. If you can take out this wizard tower, this wizard tower, this wizard tower, this inferno and this inferno, that's a huge portion of the splash damage gone from this base. So these E-Drags down the bottom are getting massive chain value. That Barb King will deal with the enemy Barb King, as well as moving on and taking care of one wizard tower and then the next wizard tower. So unfortunately that E-Drag is going to fall right there, and the other E-Drag will be able to get that wizard tower just. So we're going to get the core of our troops going in right here. Bowlers are in behind those P.E.K.K.A.s and the Wall Wrecker. Queen is in and Grand Warden as well. Eagle Artillery is now active, firing on our troops. Rage Spell maybe could have been a bit further forward, but nonetheless we will take care of that Eagle Artillery right there, which is fantastic for us. Grand Warden's ability used to defend against that Eagle Artillery. Rage Spell used to help push through these Clan Castle troops. 2 witches in there will stall our troops for a good while, and the bat bomb is dropped on this top wizard tower. Will we be able to get it? Oh, a late freeze there. Looks like some of our bats did fall, and at this point we don't have any wizard towers remaining, so our bats will have free reign to run through this base. You can see they are just melting those defenses, and as they merge onto this archer tower, there is a massive group of them left. Really none of these defenses are going to be able to stop them. There is a few defenses down the bottom that these bats will just go and clean up. You can see they just melt through them. One shot pretty much, boom, gone down, and the Grand Warden statue doesn't stand a chance. And at this point it's just clean up. Look at the amount of troops Razor still has up. A fantastic attack, really very strong, well thought out, well executed. A great 3-star from Razor of Dream Team. The last attack of this episode of Weekend Wars comes in from Mr. Seamless from Dream Team against Jelenko, I believe, of Suzie's Knights, and again going in for a very similar strategy. In fact, I believe it's the exact same army comp. You can see this is a slightly different base. Do we have a side where it's very heavy on splash damage? So probably from this bottom side we might be able to get the multi-eagle and 3 wizard towers if we can push in far enough. So let's see how Mr. Seamless goes about it. So he starts 1 E-Drag in from this right hand side and 1 E-Drag in from this left hand side. So looks like he is just going to use them to funnel. I'm not too sure on if he's going to try and push in on the top side to take out those splash damage defenses, or what his plan is, but he starts his king in on the left to help with the funnel, 1 P.E.K.K.A. in on this right, as well as a wizard to clean out that to clean out that mortar. Both E-Drags have now fallen, not getting tremendous value, only able to take out a few buildings, so maybe they could have been better used starting on the army camps on the outside, hopefully maybe getting a little bit more chain value. But nonetheless, we start our attack from this top side. Wall Wrecker is going to push in. We have a P.E.K.K.A. and unfortunately looks like those bowlers might walk around this base. Nope, they are going to come back around and push into the core. Now, there is witches once again in that CC, but we deal with them with the Grand Warden's ability, protecting against those Eagle Strikes. Not all of them, only one Eagle Strike we managed to protect against. The last Rage spell is used and is going to push us through into this last multi-inferno. Now we need to get that Eagle Artillery down, as it is doing some serious work on our bowlers, which are some of the highest damage dealing and splash damage attacking troops we need to keep up. And the bat spells come in from this left hand side, gonna start to push towards these final defenses. That eagle should fall right there, and as it goes down we only have one wizard tower to deal with, and we have 2 free spells, so we should be good. First free spell goes right there just in time, and I'm assuming he will use the next one right there. Yep, so we keep that wizard tower frozen, which will allow our bats to just wipe out the remainder of these defensive buildings. And the bowlers are just going to help with cleanup. P.E.K.K.A.s as well, going to smash their way out of the core of this base. Queen is still up, Grand Warden's still up, and once again a swag Queen ability. We still have our Queen ability. I would just pop it there to help get through that wall. Bats are just melting through all these buildings on the left hand side. On the left. God, I'm just my mind's all muddled up right now. So these bats are melting through these buildings on the right hand side, and the P.E.K.K.A. and bowlers and wizards are going to merge all onto this town hall. An ice golem went flying off the screen there from a spring trap. Still think it's funny when they get sprung away. And these bats, as well as all of our remaining troops, are going to take out that town hall for the 2nd and 3rd star, for a very strong attack from Mr. Seamless of Dream Team. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed some of these fantastic attacks, some new ones there for me. Hopefully you guys learned something, hopefully you picked up some tips, etc. on how to 3-star these bases. Now, I'm no expert by any means. The Dream Team certainly are the experts, showing me how these 3 stars can be done. I'm just here to commentate on some of their fantastic attacks. But like I said, if you did enjoy this video, drop a like, it really would be appreciated, as well as a comment. Let me know what attack you thought was the strongest in this video, and hit that subscribe button as well. Let's get us back up to 2,000 subscribers. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.